Hello, beloved. If this reading has reached you, then it's for a reason, I suppose. I'm going to clear out the energy here. I call upon all that is holy, all that wants to gather a message of clarity and truth for this collective. I pray if there's deceptive force trying to intervene, that they go fuck themselves, respectfully. So let us see. Right now it is January 19th, 2025. This is a timeless reading whenever this is reaching you. You know, it may reach you at the time that you need it. But I'm trying to do a collective reading for what's happening right now in the energy above. There is a tenseness in the air. And I am wanting to bring and offer some clarity. So let's see what we need to know. Okay. I just saw 111 on the clock. So you are being called to rest and relax and to trust your intuition. With the Seven of Pentacles reversed, what this is telling me is that there is a lack of a long-term vision in terms of financial security in your life. And there's also a lack of direction in the journey with the Ace of Wands in reversed. And with the Ten of Swords in reverse, what this is telling me too is that you are in a state of restoration. You may be feeling exhausted. There may be brain fog. Black cats may be significant. Any cats may be significant. Pets may be significant. Italian, I don't know why that came out, but that's what it is. If not, there might still be a message here for you. However, with the Hierophant, there is some really strong religious beliefs right now that are kind of blocking you from your blessings because you're in a state of panic and in a state of fear. You have this belief that there is something out to get you. And instead of believing that the universe is conspiring to fuck you, maybe you can think that the universe is conspiring in your favor. On the bottom was the Fool in reverse. So there is a little bit right now, there is a calling for you to let go of some religious beliefs and stop resisting the change that is coming up. There is a deep-seated fear in your life that something is out to get you, or that you are going to do something wrong, or that the devil is after you, demonic forces after you. And the truth is that your own thinking is what's getting you into this stinking situation. Angels, the universe, God, whatever you may, is trying to get a hold of you and is trying to encourage you to have an open mind and an open heart in this moment. What that looks like is just not being so defensive. I think there's a wound that needs to be addressed that is a defensive wound. And that is that you believe that your victimhood is valid enough for you to kind of stay in your own ways. And although your victimhood is valid, you are being called for a positive shift and a positive change, okay? I am sensing that you are a very hard worker. I'm not here to just bag on you. You are a very hard worker. You're a very kind soul. You want the world to see the beauty that you offer it. But right now, what seems to really take forefront or precedent is kind of the character defects that you have accumulated over the years from that have been adopted as survival mechanisms. But you are being called right now to not just survive, but to also live. Survival doesn't need to be taking place anymore. Your childhood is over. And while it was horrible and you don't need to relive it, it is over. It is over, okay? So what is this message, Spirit? Speak through me. What does this collective need to hear? So I heard restlessness inconsiderate, hasty. So, you may be wanting a long-term solution through a short-term fix. And while that is wishful, that is beautiful, you're not going to get that. You need to put in the effort. Okay, let me see this. So, planning, setting, intentions, optimism. That step forward on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to pick two more. Rosemary, remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness, rain, cleansing, purification, and hydration. What this is telling me right now is that you need to take a step back and really evaluate your emotions. Why is it that you're feeling anxious? Why is it that you're feeling that people are coming up against you? Is it real or is it fancied? Cup of Tea also came out, and summer, expansion, growth, patience, and reassessment. What I'm really hearing right now is that this summer, a major event happened for you, okay? And with this Cup of Tea, it was dealing with your finances. A confirmation verb. Excuse me. What used to work for you financially is not going to work for you today. So you are being called to embark on a new journey. With the Fool in reverse, what this tells me is that you're kind of afraid to embark on this journey, okay? You're wanting to seek forgiveness. You're wanting to rise above your problems. You're wanting healing and recovery and improvement. But you are not willing to look at yourself as a common denominator in all of your issues. And this isn't to tell you that you should beat up on yourself. This isn't to tell you that you are undeserving of redemption and forgiveness. That is the furthest from the truth. If anybody deserves redemption and forgiveness, it's you. You have put up with a lot, okay? A lot. You are being called to just take responsibility for your life today. What does that look like? What does that look like? That means that you don't give away your power to everybody else. If everybody else doesn't dictate how horrible or beautiful your life is, then you can be in control of your life today, 7:17 on the clock. So allow yourself to surrender to the fact that you have work to do. In this healing and in this recovery journey, there has been this idea in your mind that you need to heal from only your trauma or heal only from the mistreatment of others. But really, you need to realize that you have passed on the patterns that were given to you in those moments of trauma, in that moment of chaos, in that moment when you were truly a victim. But now today, you need to realize that hurt people hurt people. And just because something has happened to you that has been horrible, that's what I heard, horrible, doesn't mean or give you the right to carry on these patterns. So it needs to stop here with you. Let this be a freeing moment. Let this be an awakening moment. This is not the time to beat yourself up, but this is a time of surrender. Okay, beloved? With Rosemary, remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness, I want you to realize that every hardship you've ever faced, you have got out of. So this too shall pass. When I realized for the first time that I had a lot to do and to play in my misfortune, it was a breaking point for me. Because in that moment, I was finally able to let go that I have a responsibility in my own life. I have a role to play in my own life. One of the songs by Kirk Franklin stepped forward to me when I had this, and it was "Do You Want to Be Happy?" And because of the air quality around here, my voice might not be the best, but I'll sing it for you anyway. Do you want to be happy? But if you keep on doing the things that keep on bringing you pain, there's no one else I can blame if I'm not happy. Wasted time, but now I can see the biggest enemy, it was me, so I'm not happy. Cry yourself to sleep, shout and raise your hands. That don't mean nothing, child, until you understand. If you're tired of being the same, if you're tired of things not changing, just what is it? Push yourself and get out the way. If you're stuck in how you feel, say, Jesus, take the wheel. He knows the road that you need to take. And then Kirk Franklin says, so if you're not happy, get out the way, or whatever. The point is, when that song came to me, a truth shot through my body, because I was in active alcoholism and addiction, and I was drinking as I listened to that song, and I wish I could tell you that I got up and got sober in that moment, 11/11. But the seed was planted, okay? The seed is planted, and I'm here to pass this message on to you, not in a voice of demeaning, not in a demeaning voice, not in a mean voice, not in a condemning voice, but in a voice of, I have been through hell too, beloved. Hell. And I have somehow created heaven here on earth for myself. So trust that things take time. There's more than just wishful thinking. It's more than just wishful thinking. It's time. So I plant the seed into your consciousness, and I tell you now that your healing journey is much more than just blaming others for what they've done to you, but it's also for taking responsibility on how you have allowed those circumstances to give you opportunity or reason to treat people in the same capacity that you were treated. Okay, now let me see a future spread for you. Even though I kind of don't want to, because I kind of want you to take your power back, write your own story. I pass that message on to you as well. Let's see, does the Spirit have a card for the future? Spirit have a card for the future. Wow. So I am seeing with the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse that you're going to be faced with a difficult choice. You're going to feel like you're stuck in the middle, because you're not going to know what is best to do for you and your children, is what I'm really hearing. But if you don't have children, then disregard that. I am seeing the Three of Cups, which is a beautiful card of delight and celebrations. It means friendship. You're going to find friendship amongst these difficult times. Although with the Four of Cups, you're feeling like, depressed, or you have a missed opportunity or a blind spot, you're also going to be in contemplation, meditation, and reevaluation. So don't look at this as a negative, but look at this as a growing experience, okay? And I know that sounds like fucking shit, and we're like, I can do without the experience, right? But the truth is, you are being called to slowly but surely keep digging deeper within yourself, and to figure out who you were before the trauma, before the chaos, and before the harm came your way. Financial dependency, there's going to be a little bit of reckless spending. Be careful of a shopping addiction, okay? That is what I see. I really see a period of transformation. And I really see with the Three of Cups that you're going to be lighthearted about it. This realization is going to be lighthearted. Now, of course, you're going to be human, and there's going to be some, moments of depression or sadness or whatever. But remember, this too shall pass. I remember when I quit my drugs and alcohol, I see 444 on the clock. You're being encouraged to have boundaries with those around you, okay? What does boundaries mean to you? Think about that. Journal about that. But when I was detoxing off my drugs and alcohol, I was hallucinating heavily and I could not sleep for days. And I felt like I was by myself in my home, hoping I didn't die, to be honest with you. And there was something on the wall that said, "This too shall pass," and that will never, ever, ever leave me. Because it did pass. And it was the beginning of some of the most beautiful moments of my life. Not to say it wasn't hard, but this awakening was preparing me. Whoa. This awakening was preparing me for a life of freedom. A life free of the mental obsession of worry, doubt, fear, anxiety, depression. So feel your feelings, love. Don't look at this as a death wish. Look at it as an opportunity for you to shed all the fucking shit that has brought you down, to open up your life for something beautiful. But be consistent, okay? I'm hearing give it a year. Be consistent. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. You are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Even if everybody else around you doesn't believe it in you, you gotta believe it. You got to see it. It's not about a false narrative or whatever, but it's about paying the respect back to yourself that you never got when you were a child. Who are you going to be to yourself today? How are you going to speak to yourself today? Are you speaking to yourself like you speak to a friend? Or are you speaking to yourself like your abuser did? And when you learn to speak to yourself with love and compassion, then it follows in the way that you speak to others as well. You will see the compassion and the love start to transform in the way that you act out towards others. So first of all, speak to yourself nice. Don't be mean to my friend. So what's a word of advice for this collective? We're going to close it out. With the Queen of Wands in reverse and Eight of Cups in reverse, what you're just saying, what this is saying is, think of ways in which you can get out of this current situation. Brainstorm ways. Don't believe everything you think. That you're fucked, that it's over, that it's horrible, that you have to accept the worst. Dream big, beloved. Be careful right now to not be too demanding, vengeful, or hot-tempered. Get to the root of all that anger. Maybe you just need somebody to listen to you. Or maybe you need to just learn how to, sit still with your emotions and validate your own self. There is some indecision, there is stagnation, there is, right now you just feel like you're staying in a bad situation and there's nowhere else for you to go. But I'm telling you right now, allow the universe, God, to bring it to you. You can even say it in the comments. You can say it to yourself every day. Say this mantra to yourself every day. Despite what I think, feel, or see, good is in store for me. And I just channeled that, and it rhymed. I am safe. Everything is happening for my greatest good. All is well. Thank you. Gratitude to those people that are in your life, even the ones that have hurt you, because they've taught you a lesson. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's not about shrinking ourselves or being small, but 1919 on the clock. But it's about releasing that trauma and that pain through light, through power. It's like I'm no longer carrying this sack on my back. I'm no longer carrying all this baggage. Thank you. Thank you, but I'm going to set it down. Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude. Sending love and light so much in your direction. And I also send you reality. It is okay to feel your feelings. It is okay to feel like things are not working out for you. It is okay to hold space for that. But know that you are protected, you are loved, and you are beginning, you know, don't fight. Don't fight the need to get up and try something different. I heard get up and try again. What's that Pink song? Try Again by Pink. That might be a song that you need to listen to. All right, beloved. Ta-ta. And sending good vibrations your way. I'm trying to bring it right. Okay.